I started my internship here at Percival Scientific as a manufacturing engineer. The design engineers come up with our finalized product and they turn it over to me, and I go through and look at the most efficient way we can put the equipment together and the safest ways for our employees out on the floor. I look at the cost aspects of stuff and whether it'll be more cost efficient for us to use bolts here or screws here, or honestly it may come down to which one's easier. The most interesting part of my internship here at Percival has definitely been the day-to-day routine. One day you may come in, you start working on a project with their production floor, and next thing you know, you're covered in grease working in the back. So the change of pace, the daily routine, it's never the same. I enjoyed it a lot. I've always been a hands-on kind of guy. I'd rather get dirty than in the design aspect, but in the long run, you got to look at both sides, because if it's a poor design from the start, it's not going to get you anywhere. And we've got some awesome engineers here, and they usually hit the nail on the head right from the get-go. The change of pace between real-world application, actually being in the position working, versus schoolwork. Schoolwork teaches you a lot of formulas, numbers, what the theoretical world is. When you get into the real world, it's not theoretical anymore. You got to learn to think outside the box, get creative. I know personally I take a lot of pictures of oddball stuff out there and keep it in the back of my head, and when some strange problems comes up, you got to think outside the box, get them done. Biggest accomplishment would be definitely my big sheet metal move. We got a brand new laser in about a couple months ago, and we had to orientate the new sheet metal department to fit the new laser in. Some of the biggest problems with that was we're kind of limited on space in our sheet metal department, and the laser would only fit one place on the floor. So I had to put it in place and design around it, which made it a hard task, but it was very fun in the long run, and see it up and working now makes me feel really good about it. Advice for students going to school for engineering: at first, the formulas and all that stuff gets very tedious. There's a lot of them to learn, but as schoolwork goes on, you find out there's about 3 dozen big hitter formulas. Once you know those, you're pretty well off. But transitioning into the real world from schoolwork, you got to know how to think outside the box. It's one thing to know how it should theoretically work. It's a different thing to know how it actually works. Sometimes the best way to learn how something works is tear it apart, and you may get it put back together, you may not. Hands-on work is the most efficient when it comes to engineering, on my half at least. Numbers will get you started, but actually knowing how it works will get you finished. Transitioning from intern to full-time employee hasn't really changed much. As an intern, I had about the same workload as I do now, some higher up responsibilities now that I'm full-time, and it allows me to kind of look into the future a little bit more, look what I'm trying to guide the company to, look in the long run instead of a short-time intern and just getting my job done. I chose the company. I liked the company from the get-go when I first interned with them. Growing up only 15 minutes from where we're based out of here in Perry, it was kind of an easy pick for me. All my family's from around here, and it's right in my wheelhouse from the position-wise. I've always been a hands-on manufacturing kind of guy. Design works, crunching numbers, I can do it, I enjoy it, but I'd rather be hands-on getting greasy all the time.